Hey, good Thursday afternoon, everybody. Thank you, as always, for being here with us on Fox Weather. Right now, 5 o'clock on the East Coast, 2 p.m. out west. I'm Ian Oliver, and this is Fox Weather Now. As we say, 5 p.m. means we got a brand new update from the National Hurricane Center. Winds at 100 miles per hour, still a Cat 2. Its motion has accelerated. That's a good thing. Northeast at 20 miles per hour. But it was always at this late stage going to be the coastal concerns, and we still have some of those moving into the high tide cycle for this evening. We're not beyond all of that just yet. Let's bring in Fox Weather's hurricane specialist, Bryan Norcross. Bryan came in early, so we've had some time to dig through a little bit of this. Haven't got to get through the discussion yet, but I wanted to ask you, a little tough for messaging from Duck Point South, the tropical storm warning coming down, but the storm surge warning is still up. So it kind of speaks to where we're at with this storm and some of those hazards just being directly related to the water.
Yeah, this is not a windstorm anymore because the direction of the wind is changing. So we're not getting that strong northeast wind that came into the northern part of Cape Hatteras earlier. Now it's really switched around. So we'll look at the winds in a second, but you'll see they're not from the ocean directly onto the shore. This is going to be all about the tide. And as you were talking about earlier, this is an unusually high tide coming up. The way the sun and the moon just happen to line up with the new moon coming up. So the high tide this evening is going to be higher than the high tide was this morning when we got some coastal flooding, although no big issues. Here's the storm, as you said, moving on away from the coast, but it's not so far away from the coast that it's not still putting a lot of energy in the ocean directed at the coast. So that energy will raise the water along with effects of the wind, although the wind is not going to be a big thing. There's the 100 miles an hour. The pressure is still down. We haven't had a new pressure reading. The big change, or the change, I guess not that big a change, but it's moving now northeast away from land at 20 miles an hour. The radar that we get, the radar coming out of Long Island up here and also out of Mount Holly here and maybe out of Boston, we're getting a little bit. Just this is the edge of the strong band around the storm. Otherwise, just very light rain along the coastal sections there. Nothing really significant. There's the size of the storm. Look at that. That's a radius. So the radius in this direction is 320 miles. Actually, when they measure this by satellite, it's over 500 miles across with tropical storm force winds, 40 miles per hour or more. So that's the big circulation that's getting the water moving. And the hurricane force winds are almost 200 miles across. I mean, this is a crazy big storm, up in the top 10% of all storms of this type in this part of the ocean that we've ever measured, as a matter of fact, in the record book. Here you see the winds right now, and notice the direction. So they're coming from a little bit to the west of north now, but the way the coast is angled there, that's still bringing the strong winds right along the coast. Oregon Inlet gusting up to 38, 36 on this buoy here that's offshore. All right, then let's look up farther north, and Nantucket, well, that's a bright sunny day on Nantucket, only gusting to 37. But anyway, they're getting a pretty good breeze coming in this way. You see Islip. Now, Islip is inland in Long Island, so this is coming off Long Island Sound and down and blowing pretty good. So along the coast, the winds are picking up, but notice in general they're paralleling the coast. They're not pushing directly in here in the northeast. So the surge is not going to be enhanced that much by the wind. When we look at the surge farther south, the interesting ones, look at Duck. That's almost 2 feet above the normal high tide, and the high tide is yet to come. The high tide is still a ways away. Hatteras, that's inside Pamlico Sound, and that's the water coming north to south there. So you can see the water is rising again. We're going to have some flooding of the low-lying areas, not in a big way. We're also watching Ocean City here. Tide is yet to come up in Ocean City, not until about 8 o'clock tonight to get the high tide. They're already 1.6 feet above the normal high tide level. So this is going to be some coastal flooding here in these areas that are exposed to the ocean. Many of those lower areas are not exposed to the ocean, so that's why they're showing much lower numbers. Here's the cone from the National Hurricane Center, and you see the 90, 85, and then by Saturday it becomes non-tropical, a North Atlantic type storm moving away through that slow weakening process. Look at this down here. This is just interesting. That's the cold wake. Remember when Erin was going so slowly, making that turn, which they usually do? Well, there it stirred up the ocean and left that behind on down to the south. All right, here's the issue. Here's the energy in the water pushed up in from New England down to Cape Hatteras right now, and this evening for this evening's high tide. And then it's going to move away, and it's going to move away quickly, goes down to a category 1, and then becomes non-tropical. And we can see the greens showing up here, indicating much lower waves and much lower energy tomorrow at the coast, and it should be fine by Sunday, though it takes a while for the ocean to calm down. There are those high tide times, so between 7 and 8:30, this is when we're going to see that along the coast. Whatever's going to happen is going to happen here in just a couple hours. Looking elsewhere in the tropics, there's 3 other systems the Hurricane Center is making note of. None are going to be a threat to land, but they're a little bit interesting. Here, take a look down to the south. This one is the most imminent one. It's going to brush the islands, and you're going to see in a second. This one over here, looks pretty flared up on the satellite, but it's not much, and that third one isn't much of anything either. But let's put this in motion just to take a look. Here, this one kind of flares up a bit near the islands, so there's going to be some squalls going through the islands, and that'll be tomorrow into Saturday. But then by Saturday, it lifts north, and everything is lifting north. This one kind of dies out, the other one dies out, and this, the only question is whether it's going to go east of Bermuda or they're going to have to watch it in Bermuda. That's Bermuda right there. Otherwise, we're looking good, and once this is done, I think we're done for the month, unless, you'll hate to say that because people will say, oh, look at that thing popped up. So it could happen, but decent chance that Mother Nature is going to give us a break here for at least a week, maybe 10 days even, and then we'll see. It doesn't say anything about what's going to happen in September. As we learned last year, you can have a big break in August, and September can go wild. So anyway, all good news today with Erin, but we do have to watch out for this high tide cycle this evening. Ian?
Yeah, that's a great point, Brian. You could have slept through the month of August last year, and then things got devastating quickly into September. We know that whole month, the early part of October, can be big for activity. Like what we're seeing in the short term, though. That's Fox Weather Hurricane Specialist Bryan Norcross. Brian, thank you as always.